Hey everyone, Sean here with the Airmoto air pump. So this thing is really cool and convenient and has a lot of versatility. And before we jump into that though, what you see here on video is what you're going to get with the product. So first off, you have your user manual, shows you how to do everything. Not really going to go into that. And then you have all sorts of tips to use. So like for instance, there is the one to do like a basketball or soccer ball, whatever, and some other ones in there too. You get this little tiny USB to USB-C recharging cable, and just for quick notice, this is USB-C rechargeable. You can see the little port up here, so it'll pretty much work with anything, or you can use it with this cable. Your choice. And then in addition to that, you'll get the carrying bag, which everything conveniently will all fit into. And then you get the pump itself. So now we're going to kind of dive into how this thing works. So first thing I'll show you here on the top is you have a little light there that'll light up when you're inflating. You have your USB-C port for charging, and then this actually holds the little hose here, so if I pull on this, it actually comes out of the unit. You can see, and you have to pull a little hard on it. Sorry, it was hard to do with one hand because it kind of like snaps into place there. But anyways, once this is out, you basically just screw it into this port, which is the port that you use to inflate, that the air comes out of. So you screw it into here, and then from here, this is one that would, blow up like your, bicycle tire or your car tire. And from there, once that's all ready, once you have your attachment on, you just want to hold the power button down here. So we have 5 buttons on this thing, and you just want to hold the power button down, and that will put it on, as you can see. And first thing to mention here is that this actually has multiple different modes. So if I hit this bottom button here, you can see that it switches different modes. So not really sure what that one is, what that icon is, but oh, I'm sorry, it was a motorcycle. And then there's a bike and basketball. And then this is kind of like a custom one, and then car here, but I'll just leave it on car. And so in addition, so these units here that you see at the bottom, you can actually configure the units on this as well. So your default there is going to be PSI, but you can also change it to bar, kPa, and then you have kilograms per square centimeter there. So from here then, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to hook it up to whatever you are inflating, and then you hit the power button, and it will start inflating until the pressure up here matches the bottom pressure that you set. And so you can actually configure you can see that I can change PSI, for instance, in 0.5 increments here. So basically what will happen is this is going to be the pressure of whatever you hook it up to up there. And so let's say, for instance, I was inflating my car tires to 36. I would attach it. It would have the actual pressure of the tire here. And then I would press the button, and then it will actually inflate until it hits the set pressure here. So you don't have to worry about overinflating or anything like that. But if you do overinflate, there is a little button over here that you hold. So simply when it's hooked up, you just hold the deflate button, and it allows air to come out of whatever you are pumping air into. So really convenient device, and I highly recommend. I actually have a few of these. One for my garage, and one for each vehicle of mine. You never know, when you're going to have a breakdown on the road and you're going to need it, or you may encounter a stranger that needs help. And I guarantee 99% of people do not keep the wheels in the back of their car inflated, the donuts. So you never know when you're going to need this thing. It's super convenient, and I highly recommend it. Now, simply to turn this thing off, so you kind of tap the power button to turn it on, but to turn it off, you simply just hold the power button down, and now it goes off. But that's pretty much all there is to the Airmoto here, and really I highly recommend it. It's a really nice air inflator, I guess you would call it, or air pump. Anyways, I hope this review helped, and have a good one.